I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is April 9th, Thursday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So we were discussing some options here coming either deep into here or we're going to make a new high from this retracement. So we had an expansion, and then obviously yesterday was most likely going to be a retracement of some sort. We never made a new low. So I was mentioning that, with the seasonality, I was mentioning we're buying through the 8th through the 10th. So that's still exactly what it's doing, seasonality wise. Forget what's going on overseas and all this BS. Because if that's the case, we shouldn't even be here, as you know. So if that's the case, it's like, come on, you're using this 2-week excuse. So just to keep it simple, when we were having situations that were normal here, not even normal, but they were just like not a big deal here. Well, when we said we'll give you another 2 weeks, what does that have to do with this, right? So come on, it's very obvious. Right. But anyway, I won't get into that. But so it was either going to buy from below this low, or it was going to buy from above it. And it's exactly what it did. It bought from above it. So I had a guy unfollow me, probably because of all the shit that I was talking about yesterday. It's like an hour long and I'm giving you fire here and it's for free. And you know what? It's like, oh, he didn't show his trades yesterday. It's like, dude, I don't got to show you nothing. I'm telling you where the price is going. I understand also the possibilities. And also, how can I participate? If I gave you this example, for example, and I know this example, well, we didn't make a low and we kept buying up here. Is there a way for me to buy from here to here? If I know it's doing that? Well, I mean, are we making this difficult? Am I making it difficult? So here I got a little projection from this last lower high to lower low here, breaking through. Remember, we're using algorithmic structure, dude. This is not. I'll also unfollow me because, I'm mentioning about volume profile and, VWAP and, all this bullshit, right? Can you use those strategies? Sure. Can people are profitable? Sure. But it's like, that's not what's really happening, bro. Like, and this video is going to be a more proof of it. Like, all I do is constantly show proof, dude. Like, how can you think that it's anything else than these algorithmic levels? I mean, because they're perfect. So we run up, we get to that gap. We come through this gap, we come back to that gap. Yesterday, if you got to listen very carefully, I said, what was more important for this price action sitting up here? It's in the top quadrant. I also said in that video yesterday, they're going to probably keep the price up in this area of this top quadrant from the range from here to here. Why? Because they know you want to sell down in here, right? And then they also don't make it that easy. And they're also locking the price. So if that's the case, how did I know to say that? Like, they're going to want to probably keep the price up here. That's why I could have rated or not here, but it did not. So also staying away from this day was knowing that we already had Asia's high and low rated. So this is already showing you a shakeout day. It's already showing you a speaker day. Now the price could have sat in here, but it decided to break up to the upside. Cool. Now you got some of the range of the average daily range to an actual candle. I said very clearly yesterday. Did you see today dipping into the daily wick that we created and then selling back off to eat some of this candle? Previous day candle, which would be Wednesday. Or did you see it dip in a little bit back and then shoot up for a new high? Is this Thursday's candle? Is it going to take out the low of yesterday or the high of yesterday? So you have a higher probability of it being the high of yesterday because of the fact that we're still coming up, generally speaking, right? Okay, that's fine. And what else can I say logically? I mean, you want to unfollow me? I can't believe it. I mean, I'm giving you fire here. I haven't even began. But notice that we're in a 2 to 2.5. I did not put that projection yesterday. You got to do this stuff on your own. Dude, look where we bounce, bro. Look where London bounces, right here. Okay? And then we come up and then we go to the 50 again of the daily bearish imbalance. Okay? And then you can see that's a swing higher right here, okay? Yesterday. And then I'm going to transfer over to the 1 minute real quick. But this is just, even though this was a crazy looking day initially, dude, it ended up being such a beautiful day. B, I mean, I was just surprised how well I was able to manage myself in this. I think I'm just getting better every day. To be honest with you, and you know what I mean when you go through those thresholds of like being able to predict price just becomes really good. So, anyways, I'll try to make it short, but you'll see that this 930 we get this imbalance right here. We push up 930, shoots right. Look where it is. Shoots straight up. Look to the left. It takes out that little swing guy right there. Okay. Knowing that the people who are buying here, they're holding the bag as it goes up. They take that liquidity and then they come back down immediately. Small opening range gaps also going to tell you that we're going to be back and forth initially for most of the day, or at least for the AM session, generally speaking. But this is a speaker. This is a liquidity hunt day. So initially, they're already giving you that, right? They're building the higher lows here. When we made that high here and then we retraced, that was a low. Then we made an internal high. See, breakout on the daily bearish high level. The high of it comes down, makes another higher low, squeezing people from buying. Comes back up, squeeze people from selling. But it's another lower high. So lower high, lower high. Now this is a higher low. All right, so you're following this inverted speaker. Watch this. Comes back down, makes another here low. Here it's internal. That's internal. It raises it. It comes down. It makes another higher low. But these are all lower highs here. So now you think it's selling. Oh, it's got to be selling. And then they pop up. And they pop up again. Now this is a shift. What do you have here? You have that's a higher low from there. Then this is a higher low. These are higher low. These guys are higher lows here. And then you pop up. You take out a lower high, two of them, that one and that one. Now you have a new high, so a new higher high. Retraces back all the way to take out these guys right here. Now I'm going to go to the 1 minute. You're going to see the fire here. And look where it bounced. That's my level. You know how long I've been using that gap? Oh, come on, dude. I've been using that gap all the way since fucking, it got formed in November 24th. Okay. And then I was using it here. You remember? Okay. Yeah, I know you remember. Up and bouncing on top of it, underneath it. Then we use underneath it. Now we came to it. I'm still using the level, bro. That's not, that's algorithmic. That's not a supply or demand zone, right? So as you see, look at the 1 minute. I'm going to squeeze it just a little bit so you can see this. Why would they come? So when 930 is here, I see a speaker day. So what that means, it means it's going to make a high. Then it's come down to make a low or take some liquidity out. Then after that, the PM session is going to make a new high. So that's a speaker. So if I just made a fucking new high here. So watch this. Here's the sequence. God, there's so much to say. It's fire. You can see push up. That's 1. Down 2, up 3. Down 4, up 5. Okay, now let me go back into it. So up 1, that's a high. Down, that's a low. Up, that's a higher high. Down, that's a lower low. Okay, you get the drives. It's squeezing to down here. And then this low goes above this fucking high. Okay, now from here it can go to a mean reversion. And instead it decided to go above it. Very simple. Very simple. You're seeing the anatomy of a shakeout day here. Now here's the thing. The day could have just stayed here. Okay, that would have been a shakeout day. In a real shakeout day, and it just stays only a shakeout day, the price would have stayed here and it would have just came like this. It would have either stopped from here and came back in, or it would have made this high and then it would then come back in and it would have stopped. That would have been your fucking day. Would have been an indecisive day because this is the opening day of the gap here. Okay, just fire, bro. But that's not the case. That's not what they did. They went up. Okay, so let me go back to it. Fire, man. Look at this. So before I even explain the rest of this, it comes down. You expect it to want to take this guy. You expect it to want to take this guy. You expect it to want to take even this guy, but it doesn't. Why? It saves their ass. Why? Because this is the first high. Retail is even taught to buy the first higher low. So it makes a low, it makes a high. When it retraces, it wants you to buy the first higher low. And that's generally speaking a fucking 61 on the fib. If we keep it simple. Notice how they took out that guy. Same thing. I'll go back. Makes a new high. Buy the first higher low. Well, it's dropping down, raids, and then you get a volume candle. Some people think this is a volume candle. It's a big strong candle. There's a bunch of orders in there. I'm buying it. Well, dude, I can see that it's strong. I don't need to tell me that. I don't need to have a book map and a volume profile to tell me that there's volume in this candle, right? Like I can see it with my eyes. Okay, what does it do? Comes up, retraces back. It's a higher low. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that for a second. So because of that, we're going to come and grab this guy. We're going to come grab this guy. And this guy, we save him. We're like, dude, look to the right. We're like, well, we already beat him up enough. We're good. It's either going to buy from above this low or it's going to buy from below this low. And it bought from above this low. And what does that happen to be? I told you the algorithmic levels are creating the structure. That's not a support resistance. That is an algorithmic level support resistance. Same with here. Is this an algorithmic support? Yeah, it's fucking sitting on top of it. I made this clear yesterday. That's why I fucking drew this option. I said, if it's just going to be faint, it'll raid this and then pop back up. It didn't raid it. It just bought it from above it. Okay. Well, look what the time is getting from the 1030 to 1040 something, right? Whatever, in a reverse, whatever. But look how they took out those guys. Why? Because of not only moving their stop, but when this price, I just told you about the higher high and the higher low. Buy the first higher low is what they say. It could drop to hell. And then when it pops up, they say buy, when it makes a new high, let it retrace for a higher low and then buy that. That's what and they teach that. We see why they teach that, because it fucking works. But they also hunt it. Okay, that's logic. That's psychology. That's not fucking anything else, dude. That's you're not going to convince me any otherwise. You can't. I keep proving this every day, right? The way I teach it. So they knocked that guy. Beautiful. Okay, now let me get back into the video. I needed to preface it with that. What are the levels here? I just have yesterday's first imbalance. It's Wednesday, so it's very prominent. We're most likely going to get attracted to that. Where's Monday's? Monday's first imbalance is, I don't have it. Oh, I don't have it on the 4 hour here. It's down here, right? No, sorry. What am I talking about? Right here. Here, right here. Right. So did you see it coming back today? No, it's a bullish week. It's a bullish week. We have CPI, so that's another conversation. But generally, Wednesday's not the high of the week either. Isn't Thursday or Friday the high of the week, generally speaking? Okay, so why do you think I'm drawing this? So you want if someone want to follow me, that's your loss, bro. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I am very confident in how I trade and what it's doing. Let's prove it some more, my dude. This is my fifth. I have this bearish imbalance on the daily dragged out. Who else has it dragged out? Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. I put the 50%. I put a 50% inside the 6. So this makes it a 16th. So the red is the quads, right? And then the eighths, the octants are the eighths level in the blue. Because it's such a large range, the perfection, you can apply this to everything. I just don't use the 16 on everything, depending on how the size of it. But you're going to see how I use it in this video. Okay, there's and then so in between these two are a 16th. Okay, so we already hit that here yesterday, 16th. We miss it there. We're coming in. This is it's on a 15-minute. Let me come back in here for you. And then here's a 5-minute. Okay. So we open up at 9:30 and we tag this eighth. See, look on the 15-minute. Very fucking clear. You can see it. Look at the 5-minute. Look how we first tag it there and we break down. We take out that low. Just pay attention because it'll all make sense. Like, dude, you can unfollow me? I take that shit personal because it's like, what? Look what I'm fucking sharing with you. You have the midnight level here. Okay, the midnight level is sitting next to the low of that daily bearish imbalance. Okay, that's very key in this today too. So I'm looking for a shakeout, right? So it moves up once and then it closes strong and then it fails on the 50. Look at the 1 minute, dude, on the 50 right there. You think that's buyers and sellers, bro? On the 50 perfectly. So we just rated that guy. So they come down. They immediately come to take out this guy right here, these guys right here, but they do not take out that guy and that guy with this imbalance. It's like, oh, watch this, because people are selling here. They immediately come back to the top. How do we get there? We have the first imbalance of today. This is very key in today too. Watch this fire, dude. You can't look at the fucking chart. Like, you can't make this up, bro. First imbalance here, which is 936. And then we come up. Bodies are staying outside of it. We digged in it here. We went on the outside of this high, of the New York high initially. Okay, of the opening range at this current time. Let me go back into this. When we do this, listen, man, I'm telling you, man. We came back up. We hit this same quadrant. Okay, on the 15-minute, it didn't even budge. It still showed up, and then the body sold off again at the 9:45. Specific, there's time with the candles here. All right, we hit that, and then what? We're coming underneath for another discount in this range, because anything below this 25 quadrant is a discount. This is a discount. Consider that range high and that low, or even in the opening range of the top quadrant, or even the top half divided is this half. So you're getting, notice how it's peaking outside, peaking inside, peaking inside, peaking inside, peaking. This is all accumulation, right? And the discount is happening from this 16th level and above, right? So this is, okay. I can keep doing this all day, you know that. But as you see, we sold off from there. Look at the 5-minute as well. So now, going back to this, what is the 5-minute? Forget the 5-minute. After we make this high, speaker time, we come back low. Remember, I would never buy this first of all, because this is crazy price action, and they put these little higher lows to induce you to buy it. Did it buy? Yeah, it bought. But you got to know that it's speaker time. You got to know it's a shakeout day, because the Asia and London already gave you that. Ooh, perfect. So you, A, are not going to trade this day because it's going to be shaking out. And B, if you do trade it, you know that it's a shakeout fucking day, okay? And you're gonna handle it accordingly. If you took this fucking sell, you got to take the profit. If you took this buy, you got to take the profit. Now, if you took this sell, you can take the profit, because guess what? The buy was going to be bigger than this sell. Why? Because in a shakeout day, you get these speakers, and it'll generally go to the tops. It'll break out one direction generally. And in this case, they chose going up with everything I said about the previous day's high and all that bullshit. So notice how it expanded longer that way. Okay, so look at this. So first imbalance, we pop up, we come back in. Now we get this inversion here. I didn't draw it. And you can see the candles on a this is sick, on a 15-second. I remember it because I caught it. You can see that it pushes up and then it comes back down. And it looked like a bullish inversion was going to get sealed, and it was fake. This is all specific. Watch this. You're like, dude, watch this. Yo, I'm telling you, man. That's why my videos are long, because they're fire, and I teach so well, so much. I'm telling you. This guy right here. See this imbalance right here? And it's a suspension block. So it's got two gaps right there. I can draw it for you. Do I need to draw it? I mean, I don't need to draw it. Okay? Watch what they did here. This is a bullish. Okay, ready? So this came and closed it immediately, right? It didn't close outside though. So look what it does. It looks like it, and because it just turtle soup and raided it. You know why they did this one more time? Boom! Bang! They raided it. Because they know you're trying to catch that bitch on the first time. Just like something like this. Even like a first drop like this, right? They know it. They know that they know you're good, bro. They know that we have plenty of traders out here that are selling this. So they rammed it one more time. And when it rammed it, it's like, oh, I'm not selling anymore. And then what does it do? It comes right back in and closes. This became an inversion. But it raided first. That's manipulation. That's just somebody, that's when they intervene manually. Okay. But guess what? Did it sell off from there? Yeah. Let me go back to a 1 minute. Watch this shit, bro. Then what do you have here? You have almost time kicking in. Macro kicks in. Look at this gap right here. No price action in between there. And it just drops. 947. That's what I always like to do. 2-3 minutes before the 950. Generally speaking, here's confirmation of the trade. So, you don't want to just push sell. get confirmation. You get confirmation once we close this I just told you about on the 15-second. Then you get this 947, shoots all the way down, creates an imbalance. I got it highlighted right there. All right, can't miss it, right? What do? We stretch down. Why? Because they're easy buyers from here. All right, because you got an order flow breaking out. Back in the opening range, who cares? Dips right into that bearish imbalance. Perfect. What's the next candle? 950. Macro kicks in, 950. Shoot straight down. Algorithm says, all right, we're ready to go. Hunt. For what? What they did not take here. They set that up on purpose. Comes straight down. Then it comes straight down right here. Okay, and then they put these lower highs right here to try to get you to be involved. And then they put this lower high right here to get you involved because they know you want to sell and go lower. Here's the first imbalance. Then it raids again. So it's 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. See that? What does it do? The whole time they were here, they were like, oh, we got to get back up here because these motherfuckers right here, they knew it was selling. When it shot through like this, they know it's selling. So they push sell, pushing it, sell. Okay? Then it comes back up incognito, makes that lower high, snaps to the 25%. Just wait. This is the 25% in the background. It's thick. You can see it, right? Tags it. Okay? Bodies come back in and stop right there on the first imbalance. Next candle flips over. That's a lower high now. They made a lower high for this leg. That's the real lower high here. Makes a new low. That's another lower low. Comes back in what? Right to that first imbalance. Why? Because they know you're selling here and they try to squeeze, but it's a lower high though. And you get induced to also add or get in for a sell. What does it do? Immediately comes out the gap, comes down. Here's a bearish imbalance that make that it's a breakout bearish imbalance. They tag in it beautifully. Look at the bodies underneath the half. Where does it go? Fucking rolls right to it, man. Okay, guess what? It doesn't keep going, but then guess what happens? Watch this. I know you should see me. I'm beasting it, calling it live, just by myself. I mean, no one around or anything. But just I say these things out loud, right? And this candle here. So this inversion here, I don't expect this to work, but it didn't close above. So if you're using this as the entry method, it didn't work yet, right? So okay, comes down. Now you see this. I'm already knowing this is going to be the inversion that's going to flip it back up, but you got to wait for price action to show you that. Okay, so you get this low here, misses the whatever, comes up. It doesn't close. Comes back down for another drive. That's another lower low. Pops back in, hits the 50%. Pay attention, dude. Hits the 50% of that bearish imbalance. What does it do? Tags one more time. Strong candle. You're like, oh shit. Guess what? They're trying to fake the funk. Look at this 1037. Look at the difference between these other candles. You got drives back, and then you got, remember that story that I said you swiped that nigga, that guy right there. See that? But not him. That's very common. Okay, you're going to remember that one day if you're new. Then we get this, I'm literally waiting. 1037 pushes up. Boom. Strong candle, but it stops at the 50%. It's not a closure, but it's an engulfing. And it's telling me, and we have the time generally around the 1030. It might reverse. We have the lower highs here and the whole narrative that I've already told you. Guess what happens? Look at this 1038. Opens from that 50% and shoots all the way down with a strong candle. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be either the best buy or it's gonna ran right through. It stops at 50% of this down candle, this 1036 candle, this down one. I'm not even gonna eyeball it. You know what? Fuck it. Okay. That's what I do here, bro. I present fire on this fucking channel. I'm letting you know. That's what I do, bro. I'm not here for fun. I am here for fun. All right, you see this candle? See how it stays above the 50%? That's perfect. That's a bullish signature. Guess what happens next? So this is already a low, a high. Remember, I just gave you the story about buy the first higher low. Well, it makes a high and then it bounces back for a higher low. Okay, you didn't buy this one. No problem. 1039 pops all the way up to almost close it. Okay, and then what does it do? It expands up to here. What does it do? It retraces back for a higher low. If I go take that same fucking fib, okay, trust me, I see this on a small time frame. I watch it. The 50% is right there. It came below it. That's fine. I'm gonna make this a fucking. You know what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna even do this. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Almost hit the 61. It's tagging the 55. Let me delete that. And right here, that 50%. Look where the body stopped. The body stopped right here. That's another entry. So, entry for turtle soup. Very risky. Wouldn't do it. Entry here for a pullback inside. That's my trade. Pulls back in. Boom. That's my trade right here. This is my next entry for buying. All right. It's sitting at there. When you see it leaking, it snaps back. Okay, it's working. It has to do these things if it's working. Period. There's no fucking negotiation. There's no fucking second shot either. It's done. If it's not doing this, it's over. You take 2 shots per fucking trade and idea. What we're discussing, I'm sniping. And what do you think I'm going for? Bro, I'm going for plenty. I'm taking these guys out. I'm gonna come and go back to the 930. I'm gonna come back to the 50. I'm gonna come and go above this guy. Whatever the case is, right? We're going for plenty. So I'm only saying this to give you confidence in trading, because reading price action is step 1, but step 2 is not being afraid of taking the shots. So if I took this shot and I only put a stop loss of a fucking couple $100, I'm not worried about a couple $100. I'm going to make fucking thousands of dollars. You got to understand what I'm telling you here. Okay. I'm proving this, bro. I don't need to fucking show you my trades. I don't. I do this every day. Every day. Look at this. Pops up again. You already got higher high and higher low happening. And then the inkling of thinking of this is bold candles. So a number of things is happening here. A, it's scaring you to not get in. B, it's enforcing a majority to get in, because it's also, structuring. And it's just part of the game here. So we come and we tag the top. There's no bodies no more inside. Gone. Guess what? Look at this. 1045. Shoot straight the fuck up. Boom. Now, before I move forward, look at the 15-minute. I'm giving you fire. Look at the 15-minute. The 1030 candle to 1035. That's what this candle is. It closed as a doji candle, right? But it's a reversal possible candle to candle closure. Reversal. If it's a swing, that's candle 1. That's a down candle. Candle 2 pops in and closes as a doji. And what was candle 3? 1045. It pushes up. That if you're gonna see a swing, you want to see candle 3 push up. Look what happens. 4 pushes up as well. Continues. Okay. So that's what this is. 1045. Look at 1045. It immediately opened and shot the fuck up. That's that candle. Okay, beautiful. Let's continue with the fire. Okay, want to unfollow me? You out of your fucking mind, out of your rabbit ass mind. Honestly. Where does it go? Boom. I could draw this out. I don't need to do all that, man. But I'll do it for you if you want. But, it pops up. It hits the bottom of the daily bearish imbalance. Look at the midnight level. I'm coming back to that. Don't forget. We come up. Look. We hit this imbalance. Pretending. And then we shoot from it. We come back up. We tick. No bodies no more. Working. Gone. Comes up. Look where it goes to. If I'm buying this, I want to take it to this guy right here at least. Or the first imbalance. Or the day of the opening and day gap. Or even there. The midnight level in this. Okay. And then guess what? Pops up. Hits the 25%. Makes a new high. It doesn't take that high out. They're pretending like it just took this guy out. And they're going to retrace to hurry up to get what? The buyers from here. Because from here, it's buying. It's buying. There's no fucking question that it's buying. That's why it comes back down. Where did it come to? Where did this higher low get formed at? Yeah. Midnight level and that down, and the low of the daily bearish balance. You think that's fucking coincidence? You think that's coincidence? Look at this. All right, let me go into here. Where am I talking about now? Here, right? On this. All right. So, well, you're in a bullish imbalance on the 5-minute. You are in a, well, it's a 15-minute reclaimed bullish imbalance as well. Wasn't it a last down candle? No, I won't go into that right now. It's somewhere else. I was thinking about something else. Just give me a second. I'll try to find that because it was fire. Damn, where was that? I'm gonna forget now, will I? No, I'll wait. Oh, it was here. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'm not there yet. All right, so we pulled back here. That's fine, whatever. And then guess what? It makes a new high. Strong candle pushes up, 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 up to the 50. Comes up, squeezes everything here. It still doesn't take the high out. So when this hit the 25, doesn't hit that high out, right? Doesn't take that high out. And before I continue here, what do you think is happening here? Besides it hitting that 8th level here, remember hitting that 8th level here. Watch this. Here's the daily bearish imbalance, and you're gonna tell me buyers and sellers did this. Look at it. What is that? What is that? That's the 16th level. I'm sorry. This is an 8th level on the daily bearish imbalance. Do you think that's perfect or it's not perfect? Then what happens here? Do you see it? Do you see the body sitting there? Yeah. So if I told you I took this sell and I took this sell, you think I'm crazy? How would I be able to do that? If I have this kind of if I have this type of power of reading price and knowing that this is happening, do you think I can take these trades? Do you think I can snipe it and put my stop loss just a hair above? And guess what? If it fucking fails, I lost a couple points. Not a big deal. I'll take another one if I take it. Guess what? When I take my trades, it's gonna go where it's going. If it's not gonna go, then it's not this. That means the leg is not expanding. Let's just go back to here. If I took this fucking trade right here, this higher low right here, if I took it, if I let it, I'm watching it come back. Come into the candle, baby. Come on in. Come on, give me a better entry. A smaller time frames, you can see this something else. It's a bullish imbalance on here. Okay, let's go on here. That's just why seconds is just a key. I mean, I could sit on a 1 second even and a 5 second. I'm not going to do that because you're not going to. People are, some people don't believe people when they've been able to do that. Isn't that a bullish imbalance right here? It's a 15 second. Did it come in and seal it? Yeah. Did it stop though? Yeah. Can you see the structure in there? Right? This is what you want to see. It takes out that guy on purpose. No, whatever. I can go in a smaller time frame as well. The point is that what's my point? Is that if I am waiting for this flow, remember that was that bullish engulfing, remember, candle? So if I allow it to come back, okay, on this time frame, you should have seen a 61. It missed it by a hair, didn't it? Whatever, I'm not even going to go through that again. What's the point? If I had take this trade right here, comes down, and I put my stop loss right here, what's the worst that's going to happen? 3 points, 5 points? If that was the case, what if I hit enter and I immediately put it underneath the candle? As these candles are pushing through, do you think I have my stop loss fucking here? If this retraces and I expect an expansion, do I put my stop loss fucking here? Or do I put it underneath here? I'm going to put it underneath here because it's going. If the fucking candle comes up and it comes back down, then guess what? It's not going up. I keep it that simple. I demand to see this. So guess what happens? What do you think they mean by you cut your losers quick and hold on to your winners? right? You keep your losses small and your wins big. That's how you do it. Please, someone tell me how else to do it, because you're not going to tell me any better way to do it. I've been doing this for years. Okay, cool. That's awesome, right? So when the price is fucking down here, I'm saying, all right, hold on, wait for the confirmation more. Wait. No, it's another drive. Wait, no, wait, no, wait. Okay, almost. No. Oh, I don't know about this candle. Wait, I need to see some bullishness. Pops up. Oh, this is a sign. Retrace. Oh, here we go. Perfect. If you didn't enter, all right, I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for one more confirmation. Pushes up. We'll come back up. We retrace back. Okay. All right. I need to see bodies stay here. If the bodies come underneath, I'm not pushing buy. It stays there. It starts to expand out. You can push buy. You can put your stop loss right there. What does it do? It comes back and makes another fucking high. You're going to say, well, this is a bearish imbalance and it is a suspension block, so you can highlight that. But guess what? We've already done the damage here to the left. And you're forgetting narrative. So what does that mean? Well, even if it's a speaker, I mean reversion at the least play, right? Okay, let's keep going. So it pops up. Look at that. Bounces there. Gets to the 25, comes back to the fucking midnight level and the bearish daily imbalance low. Beautiful. Shoots up. Doesn't take that guy's out. Uh-oh. You thought I forgot. Okay. Shoots up. Oh, random. 16th. I mean 8th. This is an 8th because this is quadded. Yeah. Okay. Right? Doesn't take that high. What does it do? Pops right back to where? I want you to fucking tell me where in your head. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Yeah. You think this is random? So, came back to the 25%. That was just fucking resistance. Oh my God, it broke through. But they use the algorithmic levels to do it. I don't care what anyone says. I'll take you to court and you'll lose. You'll lose. Flat out lose. Okay. Where am I at here? 15 minute. That's this right here. Okay. There's a 16th right here. Even. Is that not drawn? Oh, I'm tweaking. That's before we go up again. Where was I just at? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm tweaking. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to copy this and move this over. Wasn't I talking about right here, right? This is a 15 minute. Why do I keep doing that? Hold on. Yeah. Am I tweaking? No. Perfect. Okay. So now I just quoted yesterday's. Where am I, dude? Why I keep getting lost here? Okay, perfect. Don't get lost here. See this? I am quoting. I'm sorry. I am 16th-ing this octant level, which is an 8th, and this 25%. There's the 50%. That is a 16th level. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a grid, obviously. That's that level right there. I'm putting it right here. Or why doesn't it show? No, yeah, duh, bro, because it's on a different chart. I'm sorry. Oh my God, dude, this is so stupid. What is this level, man? Jesus Christ. 0.48 and a quarter. Okay. Well, you can see it here happening clearly, dude. All right. So we came back up. We miss it by a tick, dude. That's that. Where is that imbalance? Why is that a high probability imbalance? It's laying on that quadrant. And it's a breakout area. Simple. Right? Okay. Fire. What? My dude. What? Man, I'm not that intelligent using AI and trying to figure out, how to program all this. One day I would like to, though. But yo, Claude, using Claude and all that. Oh my God, dude. Like, I can't imagine. So anyways, I got the eighth thing going on here too. So I was actually just over here. Oh, and guess what we had? We had a fucking 16. You're like, dude, look at, there's so much confluence right there. Whoa, you had the 25%. You had the first, look at the first imbalance of today, dude. Do you think that it hit it perfectly? Do you think that's buyers and sellers? Look at this, tagging it. Oh my God, you got all that nested. Beautiful buy. Beautiful buy. What part of the leg do you want to eat? You don't need to get from the low. You didn't have to even buy from here. Once the price comes up here and it comes this high to squeeze, retracing back, that's another higher low. What's it going to do? Look how rams. Where does it ram to? Where does it ram to? To the high of the daily bearish imbalance. Oh, what was that? That was the same level as yesterday. When we made a breakthrough and we came back, that's the high. Oh, why is it not hitting the first imbalance of yesterday, which is Wednesday? Oh, that's on purpose. Okay, before I get up there, we retrace back. Where? We come into this imbalance here. Big one. You can do the math on that. I'm not even, I have to show it to you, right? I want to delete that for a second. And then guess what? These 3 down candles. See this? 1, 2, 3 down candles. What's the high of this candle? Look to the top. What's the high of this 1125? Up there. 0.90. What's the low of this candle here? What's the low of this candle here? 0.90. Okay. Is that not perfect? Okay. Okay, cool. You're like, well, it could have sold off from me. Yeah, it could have, dude. But it didn't. Okay. Pops up again, retraces. You have order flow here. You're not expecting a reversal. This is strength here. Okay. They're in a hurry. And then comes back. I already told you about what this area is. And then comes up. When it comes up like this, this is a high. This is making an internal high. Remember, I just talked about the first high that it creates, and then you buy the first higher low, and then you buy up. This is the same thing. So this makes a high. You retrace, you buy the first higher low. Okay, it makes a high, retrace, buy the first higher low. That's what this is doing. So if you thought this was a sell, no. Okay. Could you have sold this down into here? Yes. Yes. Better take that goddamn profit out, and you better recognize, hey, I'm bullish. Oh, that kicks in your mind, and you say, okay, yep, stay on the right side, buddy. Don't forget. Okay. Anyways, pops up here. God, it's just fire. What do you think it went to? Look at this. Look at the body stopping right there in the 1 minute. You think that's fucking buyers and sellers? It's perfect, my dude. Look, I'm giving you play by fucking play. You don't want to unfollow me. You're crazy. First imbalance from yesterday, Wednesday. Look at the body stop right there. That doesn't mean to sell it here. Like as we came to this 50, this was beautiful. But this is because it's stretched. Here, okay, you might say, oh, we got some drives here, but guess what's to the left? Look to the, while the price action is here, look to the left. What do you not see? We haven't hit the 930 yet. Okay? Because they're also algorithmically looking for that. And then guess what? You got the lower highs here. We sold from here yesterday. That's why when I said, oh, he unfollowed me. I didn't show my trade for the selling. Do you want me to pull it up? I'll pull it up right now, my dude. You think I didn't fucking push sell here? Do I know how to trade? Yeah. I don't need to show you shit. This right here is all you need, buddy. All you need. Every day. Take a look. Boom. Oh, what is this? No, this buyers and sellers did that. They brought it right to the 50% of that old gap. My dude, when was this gap made? I guarantee you 98%, maybe 99%. I don't know. Let's just say 98%. They don't have this gap on their chart. I'm still using it. I used it fucking yesterday, didn't I? Oh, okay. Where is that from? Let me see. It is from February 22nd. We're April 9th. April 9th. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's my chart. I got it quadded. I had the 50% here. You know I took the sell from here to here. I got entered here though. Oh, wait a minute. You did? Yeah. Why? Because I'm a beast. How do you know? Right here. The chart tells you. And if you do this retracement from this high to low, okay? By the way, it's coming up time-wise. It's already reversing to get liquidity here. And then London close, still pulling back. And then lunch is going to keep hunting for liquidity to the top side to the left. Ah, what do we do here? We take out the previous day's high. Look to the left. So yesterday, they put this high below that 50%. Now today, they come and we tag the 50%. But you didn't fucking know that was going on. But I know that's going on. Oh, look at the -1. I'm sorry. Look at the -1 here. Where's the -1? Look to the right. Look to the right. Oh, man. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good. I think he's good. Why would I take this out? Because we expanded and we took a previous day high out. So what do I do here? How do you think I sold this? To here. Why did I sell it to here? Say it out loud. Because it's the first imbalance of Wednesday. And we broke through it. We came back to it. The little boner candle first to knock you out. Think that's the one. Oh, nope. Comes a little bit lower. One more time. Stays right here. Look at this candle here. Look at this candle. This 1250. Time. Macro kicks in. Pushes off. Do I need to see orders in a candle all over the screen? Do I need to see orders on this candle? No. It's popped in front of 50. Out of all places. Number 2, it's a strong candle. I know it's buying. It's oversold. Okay, fine. Whatever. Come on. How did I sell it into here? Look at the 25%. Look. Comes out. Hits the 25%. Hits the low. Comes underneath. Comes right back to the 25%. Misses by a tick. Leaks down to this first imbalance of yesterday. Then what does it do? Can you see it? Because you know I'm not crazy. What is that? Do you think? Look at it. See, I have artistic eye, so for me it's even better because I can see these things. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. So maybe the average person can't see this, but what I'm showing you is epic. I promise you. Comes right to the 25%. Look at the body stopping. And look what it does. It comes right back. So the creating this structure around these levels and around that level, guess what? You think it's going to be a birdie day here? You think it's going to higher high, higher low, come up? Oh, well, so everything looks good so far to come up. Oh, doesn't go up. What does it do? Comes back, tink, hits the bottom of it. Look, man. Just gonna do this on purpose a little bit for you. See it? See how whoop, leaves it. Comes right back to here. Where do you think it hit? Oh, it hit the fucking daily top of the daily bearish balance again. We've been hitting that since yesterday. And everyone without nothing on the chart. Oh, this is a support. Right? But now what are you? You're in the top quadrant. Go to this. That's what I do, bro. Uh-oh. No, he didn't. Let me go back to this fire here. So follow back. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. We pop right through. We hit this. Oh shit. We hit this 16th level. Come back to the quadrant here of the 8th. Go back. Remember that? We came above the 16th. Pink. Bounced on it. Came above. Took out the previous day's high. Came back in. That was the first imbalance, remember, of yesterday. You don't know what's there. Comes above it. Body's in here. Boom. Comes back. Where? Comes where? Sweeps this guy. Whoop. Sorry. They created that low here on that first imbalance of yesterday. Comes and sweeps it on purpose. That's how they were able to construct this. Okay? Comes down, misses that 16th on purpose, comes back up, little breakout area. Boom. Twice on the 16th level. Look, do you think that's fucking floating randomly? My dude. What you're getting here is just sick. No one's willing to do this for free. My price is going up, I promise you. And you want to unfollow me? Wow. Wow. Okay. And then what are we doing? Oh, you don't say. We just hit the fucking 50 again. So anyways, man, this is how I'm able to do the fire that I do because of my analysis. Number one, I've worked for years on this analysis, even the color scheme too. Like I think I have the best color scheme in the game. I'm not being arrogant. I just happen to be me, and I happen to be an artist, and I just, also, and it's just like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people's charts, like they might have some similar things, but they're so ugly the way they, just plain, I don't know. I'm not trying to knock on nobody. I'm just saying, I just love what I do, how I do it. Moving forward here, you're going to see, damn, I'm already 50 minutes. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but, okay, in the day here, we had a lower low here with Dow. We had higher lows here. So that was already pushing up. So we were pushing up. And then we get to here around this 955. 930 is already kicked in. It pushed up. When I talked about these sells here, we had higher highs here with S&P and NAS, and then we had a lower high here with Dow. And then when that happened, we also had another divergence. So we popped up a little bit more with these candles. And notice how these on S&P and Dow are lower highs. See that? Okay, so that's what that is right here. And then when NAS came and took them out, but not them out, notice how S&P is a higher low still, and so is Dow. That's why I have it drawn. That's a divergence. That's why this is high probability. So if you go back to this conversation, you go all the way back to this conversation here, that's right here. Okay, so I'm using that, use that, and then you use the mechanics of what I just explained here. Bro, that's God on your side. I mean, I don't know what else I could say. And then, and I could make this a very, very long story here, but I'm going to go to a 5 minute. Let's clean this up a little bit. But what is the thing is that we poked up a little bit yesterday, and then we transitioned and rolled over. We left this gap on purpose. So if this is coming down, that means we're going up, right? And then you can see this spot right here. This is actually where we bought that little spot that I told you about with the engulfing candle. It's kind of hard to say it. So it just kept coming down, man. It's, I can't even do the research for it, or I can't even talk about it. But, here you can see, dollar is kind of going sideways in a sense too, but also being bearish. So, that's helping with our push up. Talked about this. And this is very scary, to be honest with you. You're on an overbought here, and it's logical to come down too, so that's fine, as of now. But if we were to go back to bearish, you see maybe a stretch and then a push back up. But dude, this is just like becoming a kind of like a decoupled market. So I'm gonna move forward here, and another push up with Dow. Okay, push up. What are they doing? They're coming for this high here. Obviously, we're gonna look to the left. We've already came and got these guys, right? We're coming more into a breakout area, and also with this sellers here. Let's just pretend it's a 1 minute, and that's what it's doing. It pushed up again. Yeah, it was an overbought. Now it's more on an overbought. So it's stretching. All right, CPI is tomorrow, so obviously that can do anything, right? Setting up the stage for also putting liquidity on the downside, which is where this is also. I'm going to mention this one more time too. Is a very logical thing for them to keep these higher lows. If you're sitting here like, dude, what the fuck, right? Right. Well, CPI, they build these. I'm surprised to be honest with you, I'm surprised they actually ended up coming up for a new high. I thought they would have kept the price in here. That's what I would have done if I was them. But whatever. You're looking at this as, as retail looks at it, this is fair delivery going sideways. All right. And in their auction, you get your expansion. Here's another. I said, that's why I was saying that the price will probably stay together here. All right, so now this is fair delivery with it going back and forth. Price is so-called agreeing. My dude, stop it. It's what I'm telling you is happening. Bouncing on these perfect levels. Dude, come on. You serious? You can't be fucking serious, my dude. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. So, all right. And then, here, nice little dump and then pump. Turns into a buy, sell, buy. So dump, pump, buy, sell, buy. How do I know this? I can tell you how every day looks like, possible to look like. And the profile of the day is most likely a bullish day. So we open up, accumulation, manipulation, selling down, and then the distribution happens up. This is obviously a lot more. I would have loved this. Obviously better for us as NASDAQ. Could I have traded this instead? Yeah, I could have. But I knew what they were doing. So it is what it is. Coming right back, bounce to 930, come straight up. I'm not going to do the more on that. Man, let me tell you, what a rug pull, bro. Hey, we called the tops here. We called coming down. We called even it reversing to push up, dude, to get up here. Like, dude, we called all that. Today we called another push up high, but now it's like, dude, what do we do from here? Again, if I look at seasonality though, what did I tell you? We're going to keep, if it's the 15 and the 5-year, which I've told you, and I've made these examples, they're already panning out. We're continuing to push up, right? So I think CPI is going to really stretch up, right? Because the guys, they're trying to get these guys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see what they do. Do they use CPI to expand really hardcore up, or do they use it to come back down to wipe out? I'll be honest with you, it's 50-50. If I was them, I would have them come down into here and to wipe out this like little sell model that's probably getting created. So you have liquidity, imbalance, and then breakout area. You got a trifecta right there now. So now to the left, they don't give a fuck what they did to the left. Now it's like, okay, well, I mean, you know, they might spike it in. We'll see what they do. But do I need to care? The week is over for me. I don't fucking care. It has been a great week to me. So what else? All right, little shakeout here. Push up first, come back. Push up again, come back down. Speaker, and then it finds its way. It doesn't. And to leave those lows right there. Do you notice that this looks easy? Why do you think that looks easy? Maybe because CPI wants to ram it. They need to get people in here because there's no liquidity in here. People, I work at whatever firm, you know, big hedge fund, whatever, big bank, Chase. Yeah, you know, we're not buying. You know, we're not doing nothing here. So they make it. How are you gonna get involved? Hey, if this is the real smart money moving the price, I can be a part of that. Any of these. Could you have? Okay, I'm not. You know, I think I've already done that, right? I think I've did a great job. All right, pushed back up. So hey, what are you gonna do, bro? Again, well, like I said, this move up, I've already drawn it, but this move up, this still happens until like it's definitely not the 30-year. Obviously, the 30-year would have already been selling off. So we look at the 5 and 15-year, they both are just exponentially pushing up for the next fucking until the 13th at least. So let me do it this way. All right, here comes my new drawing. I've been pretty good at drawing, don't you think? Oh yeah, dude, you drew this all the way, and if it went there, you would have been like, ha. Well, guess what? Asia and London didn't do all that. 930 didn't want to keep pushing it through either. So if it doesn't come in here today, don't I know what the other options are? So I have this as homework. I already have these screenshots. I'm showing you. I have them as well. Okay. I had that on a notepad. I know what my ideas are. This is how I stay in the game. What was I just doing? Anyways, so I just drew all this shit. I mean, my God, you want to unfollow me? I'm fucking laughing. And then I said up the top here, by the way, I mentioned that next 50 level would be important probably because it's going to sweep these guys. And then do they want to extremely come up to that inefficiency I've already talked about? But as far as drawing go, I'm not even going to do a 30 year. A 30 year is just literally selling off hardcore, right? So it's straight down. I'm not going to have to draw that. I just set it at this marker. At the 5, if I keep it simple, 5 and 15 year, it's straight up. So depending on CPI, we can get another pullback. So either we go straight up, right? And that goes to the 15th. The 5 year will come back sharply down. Okay. Okay, that's the 5 year, and then the 15 year is going up. So it just goes up, and it might not even come this low. So we'll just even say this. Do you follow me here? That wasn't a lot. I hope it wasn't, right? So what I mean is it's already poised to higher high, higher low from here. Okay? So does CPI want to ram in here or not? If it's the 5 and 15 year, otherwise I will expect it to go do this. Right? I've never seen nothing like this. This is crazy looking. That's crazy looking. Fucking wow. 2 week candles? Wow. You spend 6 months fucking here and you do it all in 2 weeks? That's crazy. You gotta love this shit, man. Why do you think they didn't tag this? I was like, oh, breakout level, maybe 22,000. Yeah. Should it have came there? Yeah. Can they still come there? At this point, maybe not. But this breakout level, imbalance, and liquidity, we came and we snagged these guys, but we didn't come a little bit lower. Why? Because don't you think I'm expecting that? Me, personally, me. Don't you think I'm expecting for it to come down? So guess what? If I'm holding the bag and I'm still trying to get to this, rug pull. That's psychology, bro. That's not the market. That's psychology. I don't care what anybody says. How convenient, right? Okay. So anyways, yeah, man, no bodies here, so they're closing a bot. That's why, man, I mean, that's why I think maybe not this coming up week, next week, but the following week, I think it'll be starting of next week, but I would say not next week, but the next week after that, I think is when we're going to put a bearish candle here. It could be next week. I don't know, but they've already put a body here, and then I can see them putting another body back because seasonality wise, the second half of April is selling on the 5 year. Okay, not the 30 or the 15 year, but on the 5 year it sells off. So that's a possibility happens then. And then May, all of them say that they're selling off for the first 2 weeks to almost 3. You heard me? Write that stuff down if you want. Maybe I'm not worthy enough. Maybe I should charge for people to pay attention, and maybe he didn't follow me because he thinks I'm just full of shit doing it for free. But if I put a price tag on it, then there'll be some value to it, maybe. Right? You know how it's crazy how people think, right? But anyways, that's pretty fire here, and I've said enough. I've said everything I said. We'll see what it does. But I walked in today knowing that this speaker was going to happen. Knowing. And while the price was coming down here, I said, okay, guys, literally pretend talking. I said, okay, this sell right here is nothing compared to what the buy is going to be. Because if we shake out, and we continue up, and it's a speaker, the price from here normally will always make a new high first and then settle. If it's a tight speaker and it stays as that type of indecisive day, okay? The other option of that is if it keeps fucking going, and this is what it did. That's why I said, and even if it didn't keep going, I know that when this is coming down, I know that this buy is going to be bigger than this sell. Why? Because it's going to take out that high. Why do you think they did this? They put the guy on purpose right there. All right, man. All right, I've said everything. This is just fire. Hour and 4 minutes. Nobody wants to watch these videos anymore, and I see that. I notice that because they're long. But if you're a real trader, You guys are paying attention to this, bro, because I'm not making this shit up. I mean, this is just absolute beautiful shit what I'm doing here. I mean, do you see me married to selling here? No, 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 not even here. Did I sell this to here? Yeah. Did I take the profit and get out? Yeah. Can I buy here? Yeah. I'm not making this complicating. Oh, I would never buy up here. Well, you have to understand the flow. It's experience, man. There's nothing else I can say here. Just perfection, bro. What? I'm not saying you had to be involved. I'm saying out of the sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll call this 6, 7. See that? Okay, sequence. You guys take care. God bless.